Hello and welcome to highlights of the 2010 AutoGP Formula Sim Racing World Championship. Round 4 of the championship took place in China around the Shanghai International Circuit. This is one of the newest F1 tracks, featuring a very unique snail corner and an extremely long back straight. In another very tight qualifying session, Domagoj Malezic took pole position, but only by 1/100th of a second from Jarkko Mäkkönen. Bruno Marquez and Ronnie Hannell qualified for the second row, and Pono Huis set the 5th fastest time. Karol Poniatowski put in a surprise result to start the race in 6th position. To the race start, and with the exception of Pumalainen, who struggled with his launch control, all the drivers got off the line cleanly. Despite some superficial contact throughout the field, it was a relatively clean affair through the first corner complex, with all the drivers finding their way through. As the cars emerged out of turn 4, Hannell moved up into 3rd, and when Marquez broke a touch too late into the hairpin, he tapped the back of Hannell and lost his front wing. There was also contact between Kiers Marquez and Disley, causing Kiers Marquez to spin and costing Rickard Helston his front wing. There was plenty of drafting throughout the field down the long back straight, with Poniatowski defending his position from Greco and Huis. Huis initially managed to move up into 3rd, but he was squeezed out on the next turn, costing him 4 places. Meanwhile, Hannell pitted after apparently suffering damage from Marquez's contact, and the problems continued for Precision when Huis missed his braking point on the following lap and lost his front wing. As the midfield drivers sorted themselves out, Malezic and Mäkkönen had run away with the top 2 places, ahead of David Greco in 3rd. Rasmus Tali moved up into 4th after cruising past Poniatowski, who dropped further back into 7th after missing his braking point. Both De Wit and Canapino were now in a good position, placed 5th and 6th respectively. Just 6 laps into the race, first place Malezic was forced to retire with an electrical problem, giving Jarkko Mäkkönen the lead. Rasmus Tali had now worked his way up through the field into 2nd, while David Greco lost out first to De Wit, and then Canapino when the Argentinian pounced on a mistake. Running strong in 3rd place, Patrick De Wit was coming under increasing pressure from Poniatowski. When the SP Motorsports driver outbraked De Wit, he ran out of road and lost control over the curb. Despite making a very quick recovery, De Wit lost 2 more positions, dropping down into 6th place. After the second set of stops, there was little change. Greco had leapfrogged Disley for 5th, and Canapino's one-stop strategy had him in 3rd place, but only on very worn tyres. Further behind, Hannell and Huis had been driving impeccably after their disastrous starts to move inside the top 10. Continuing his charge through the field, Hannell made light work of Disley and De Wit, but came unstuck when he tried to drive through turn 16 with Canapino. Hannell was unfortunately squeezed between the 2 faster-than-speed racing cars and lost his front wing and any hope of a points finish. With only 4 laps to go, Huis was now on the rear wing of Canapino too, and while the pair swapped places, Canapino's highly aggressive defence had the Precision Motorsports team fuming. Refusing to give up the fight, Canapino tried to pass Huis back on turn 1, but the 2 made contact and Huis was sent careering off the track and into the barrier. So after a difficult start to the season, Jarkko Mäkkönen crossed the finish line to take his first victory of the 2010 season. Rasmus Tali drove a lonely race and backed up his victory at Malaysia with 2nd place here at Shanghai. Karol Poniatowski drove an impressive race and achieved his first ever World Championship podium. David Greco continued his consistency and finished in 4th, and Patrick De Wit put in his best result of the year so far to finish in 5th. Blair Disley gained 10 places from his starting position to finish in 6th. Rasmus Tali has now taken the lead in the Drivers' Championship, with Malezic holding on to 2nd place. Despite a poor result for Marquez, he has overtaken Huis for 3rd. Greco remains in 5th, while Mäkkönen's win has launched the Finn into 6th place. Twister now have only a 1-point lead over Precision in the Constructors' standings, while Leon Cavello have firmly established themselves into 3rd place. Ghost Speed remain in 4th, and SP Motorsports have now moved up into 5th. The next race will be the Spanish Grand Prix. You can tune in at 5:25 PM GMT on the 25th of April for the multi-BC broadcast. To watch the action live, go to www.formula-simracing.net and follow the links to the live broadcast. We hope you've enjoyed this presentation. I'm Simon Adebisi, and we'll see you at Barcelona for round 5 of the AutoGP FSR World Championship.